Spider-Man and Venom have always been some of my favorite characters to draw because they're just really dynamic and awesome looking. And for Venom, I like to draw him like this, sure, but I also like to draw him mid-transformation, just like this. How cool is that? What is going on, Draw2 crew? Ramny here with a brand new drawing tutorial for you guys, and today it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you how to draw a character that is in mid-transformation from Eddie Brock to Venom. Before we begin, welcome if you're brand new to this channel. Here I help you develop your drawing skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from TV, comic books, video games, and movies, etc. So if you guys like what you see, hit that notification bell, and of course that subscribe button as well. When I saw the second trailer for the movie Venom that is coming up next month, there was a scene at the very end of the trailer where he's talking to like a would-be robber in a grocery store, and he kind of transformed into Venom. And there was that one scene where he sort of like peeks out and there you see Eddie Brock's face, and then he goes back to being Venom. And when I saw that, I immediately thought, hey, I want to take that and I want to draw it because it looked pretty awesome. So here he is, you guys. So this right here is from the movie Venom, which I'm very much looking forward to. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to it as well. I'm sure you guys are ready to draw. Here are the tools that you're going to need for this tutorial. If you want more information about my art tools, I have a list that you can check out in the description of this video. There are 3 things to keep in mind as you're watching, you guys. If you're a subscriber, you already know how it goes. If not, pause it now to read this list of things that you should know before you begin. Having said all of that, you guys, let's grab your drawing tools. Let's get started drawing Venom's transformation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started with our tutorial. I've got my paper in landscape mode. We're going to be just drawing up to the shoulders, essentially. We're not even going to draw the actual shoulder muscles, just maybe the traps in the back. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to first, it's going to be pretty somewhat symmetrical first, so I'm going to draw a circle down the center, and I want to leave a little bit of space at the top here because we want to, you know, we're going to be drawing him transforming. So there you go, there's our circle right there. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle, of course, because that's just going to be the Eddie Brock's face. And now Eddie Brock's face is going to be smaller than Venom's face, so we're also going to take that into account. Okay, so here we go. There's the head right there, and then just bringing it down. Actually, let me draw a line going down the center here, all the way down. We're going to bring this down as well. So we're going to draw it on both sides, and then we're going to shape it up a little bit different later. So here's the jaw, and here's the chin, and same thing right here. Okay, so there is Eddie Brock's face for now. And then what we're going to do now is, here's like a clear division of where Venom's face is going to be. And with Venom's face, it's going to be slightly bigger, slightly wider. So I'm going to start up at the top here, and I'm going to draw this bigger circle here. So imagine just him having a bigger circle like this, just over the smaller circle of Eddie Brock's head. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to draw this going down the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a spot right here, and I'm going to draw the jaw. This is about this far down from Eddie's actual jaw, and bring this to the side like this. So that's kind of the effect that we want. And let me just grab an eraser, and if I start erasing, you guys should see what I mean. Here it is. So here's our bigger circle, right? Here's our bigger jaw that goes down to here. So there's Venom, here's Eddie Brock. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to also kind of draw an outline from here, going around Eddie Brock's head, like this, along the sides. And I'm going to bring this down to Venom's chin here. So we've got this going on, and what we're going to do is we're going to reshape this so that, you know, it's engulfing the head. Okay, so there is our Eddie Brock getting engulfed by Venom. That's our kind of our initial lines there, our construction lines. Let's draw a neck from here going down, and right here as well going down more this way. So the neck is kind of tilted slightly. Okay, there we go. And then right here, a pretty huge trapezius muscles or traps. There you go. And I'm going to leave it there. He does have, like, his shoulders kind of stick out here and here, but I'm not going to go into any detail on those, nor will I with the chest. So I'm going to leave the chest kind of empty right here. So I'm just going to draw some lines going out from the head. And this is essentially what we want to start out with. So here we are. So now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on the face, and let's actually start drawing in some of Eddie Brock's facial features, as well as Venom's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase so that all I have is just the outline for Eddie's face right there. Okay, so here I'm going to have the nose kind of right around here. So this is Eddie's nose, and Eddie's eyes are going to be right around here, right? So if you guys can see that, and then here, it's just going to be the line from the middle of the eyes down to the jaw here, the chin. Okay, so here we are. So now let's draw as if there was another eye over here. So we're going to draw Eddie's eyes like this, and he does have that like droopy look like this. Okay, so slanted line, and then right here kind of goes down. Don't make it so that he looks really sad. The way to do that is essentially just don't make it like super droopy sad like this, but more so angular, and then bring this as a curve like this. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, bring that as a curve to there. And you kind of, his eyes are a little bit bewildered, so his eyes are sort of big, so you want to make this slightly bigger, and then you want to draw the eyes, the actual eyes, just like that, and then black right in the center, kind of looking like he's possessed by the symbiote. Okay, here we go. Now, in this scene in the trailer, this is from the trailer, by the way, if you pause it at the right moment, you'll come across this scene at the very end there when he's talking to a guy trying to rob the store. He does say that he's got a parasite, which is essentially what a symbiote is. So you want to give him that impression like he's sick, he's getting sick. So he's got bags under the eyes here like this, like that, okay? So he's got that open, bewildered, possessed look. And then we've got the eyebrows kind of go like this and then this way. Okay, so if I were to draw it, that, and like this. So there's Eddie's eyebrows. And of course, imagine that you're drawing the same thing on this side. So, you know, you kind of want to make sure that it looks fine, even though you're only drawing one side. Okay, now let's draw the nose. And at this point, I'm going to tell you that you guys don't need to make it look like Tom Hardy. That's not the point of this. This is Eddie Brock. It can be comic book Eddie Brock, right? Okay, so I'm going to start right here. I'm going to bring this. I'm going to make like this oval, not an oval, more like a bean shape like this. And I'm going to bring that down like this. So that's the nostril. And I bring the nose down to a point like this. And it's good to have a sharper pencil. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to grab a much sharper pencil so that I'm not left with like these super dark lines here. There you go. And I'm going to leave it like that. Of course, I'm going to draw the side of the nose right here. Okay, there you go. And then here's the mouth. I'm going to start with the mouth right here. Mouth is going to be slightly open. And remember this line that we drew here, you want to keep the mouth down to this point. So I'm going to keep the mouth kind of dropping like this. Okay. Here's the upper lip right there. And then the lower lip, this one goes straight. And then this one goes slightly lower. Like that. Okay, and then we've got the jaw right here. And right here it's going to be dark. So there's the inside of the mouth there. this is the chin. That's what I meant to say earlier. Chin. And then there. Okay, so now we've got Eddie's hair, and his hair sort of looks wet, and it sort of starts to blend in with the symbiote itself. So we're going to draw the hairline first. So here's the hairline. It kind of goes down the side here. And here's the forehead line. And some of his hair is actually just going down his forehead like this, and it starts to create like veins like that. Okay. And then right here, right where the eye line is, we're going to draw the ears, and the ears kind of go this way, kind of stick out a little bit. There. Okay, let's draw the inside of the ears. Let's add some details. So this curve, and then essentially just 1, 2, like that. Okay, the bottom part is going to be getting absorbed by the symbiote. Okay, there you go. So there's our Venom so far, or Eddie Brock, getting himself absorbed into the Venom costume, or into the Venom symbiote. So you guys can kind of already see he's got like this look on his face, and he's about to get absorbed. Before we continue, actually, there's some stubble, like he hasn't shaved. He's got a little bit of facial hair that you want to maintain. So you just want to keep that right around here. So you just want to keep drawing these little lines, and you want to be patient as you draw it, and you want to draw them the same length. And like as you draw them, you kind of want some to overlap with each other. I'm going to leave this here because it does get absorbed by the teeth. Okay, so here's our Eddie Brock right there. Cheek. I'm going to draw the cheekbone there. Okay, so now let's draw Venom, you guys, and we're going to start right here. So where his eye is should be where like the Venom's actual eyes should also go. So I'm going to erase inside here so that we get like this perfect circle, and you guys can kind of already see, if I were to draw a line from here to there, you can already see that smile that Venom has, right? So here, there's the smile, and then here we're going to draw a line from this point all the way up to like this right here. So this point right here, and then a slight change in direction like that. Okay, straight line here, going down the nose, like the bridge of the nose would be here. Okay, this goes straight across. So you guys can see that as I draw that, his eye should be like right here. Okay, and now bring this up, kind of following the curve of the head, just like that. So here is our Venom eye. If I erase Eddie Brock's eye, then you can see where Venom's eye is. Okay, so I'm not drawing straight lines or like perfectly curvy lines. It's going to be, you know, the symbiote is going to be like this organic thing that sort of shapes the eyes differently. But let's leave it like that for now. What we're going to do is we're going to have a cheekbone for the Venom. So what we're going to do is take a bit of this half circle that we did, and right around here, you see where the cheekbone is. Just going to draw a slight cheekbone like this, so it's just a little bit of a bump. Okay, and then bring this down. We're going to bring it down more towards the lips, the upper lip, like that. So here we are. Okay, and then if we were to go from here, this goes in like this, and then this goes in a bit of a curve now, and it kind of curls down to here, just below the chin, just like that. Okay, and then the rest is just like that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to start shaping the the eye first and kind of start giving it texture, and we're going to draw sort of where it starts to overlap onto Eddie Brock's head. Okay, so let's do the eye first, and let's just give it some of these like symbiotes. I guess, how would you call that? They're like when you draw like gooey stuff, it comes like this, and that's kind of what we're trying to draw here, is like just a bunch of random ones. So I create like this zigzag lines with a bunch of these lines kind of making it look like, and it's not just gooey lines like this, but also like sharp ones like that as well, so you guys can see there's like these two different kinds. So that's what we're going to try to do, is we're going to try to create like gooey round ones and these sharp ones as well, all across the eye here. I'm going to keep this a little bit more straight, and then again you guys bring this up, so sort of the eye actually goes to the top of the head here. This is what I would consider the top of the head. Okay, I have a little bump coming out like this. Again, you guys, Venom's head is pretty organic and it moves quite a bit, so it's not all smooth textures. And there you go. Okay, let's leave it like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this gooiness, and we're kind of going to make it so that it's like this thing that's trying to engulf Eddie Brock's head. So here we're going to follow that center line. It's going to be the base of it, but imagine it just sort of slowly taking over Eddie Brock's face like this. There you go. Can you guys kind of see what I did there? So some parts are like these tendrils that come out like this, and other parts are this gooey mass. And then right over the head here, what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that it's like a little bit more drastic, like that. And then at the top of the head, we're going to have it so that it's sort of going over his hair. Okay, and then I'm going to go all the way to the other side and then make it so that it's sort of starting to absorb his hair a little bit. And the effect on this side is different than here. It's less of this gooey, rounded stuff and more of this sharp stuff. And this like sharp tendril, it's got like little bits of tendril sticking out as well. So it starts to look like tree roots or lightning even. Okay, so the hair is going to be like a reflection of that. So here's Eddie Brock's hair. And then here on the outside, I've kind of got like the mass, the symbiote kind of just oozing and stuff, and it sort of comes out like this as well. So here it's more smooth, right here not so much. This is where it's kind of moving. Okay. There you go. So now let's kind of show you, let me show you starting right here, just under the ear. So part of the ear is covered by the symbiote here. It's going to look like just a bunch of like lines going up like this. Can you guys see that? And then from those lines, just have some more lines coming out. There you go. And it's wide at the bottom, and then it starts to get narrow as you go up. So that's the effect that you want. Okay, there you go. And it's got this effect like it's also underneath his skin. And just be random with it, you know, just play around with it. You don't have to look at, just pause the video and then just roll with it, because I mean, it doesn't need to be super perfect, right? Okay, so here, let me erase a little bit of the guidelines here so you guys see what's going on. Okay, so Eddie Brock's hair is right here. Guess you could draw like his hair as well. I don't know if I'm going to do that when I start inking. I guess I could. Got some sideburns here. And then it's just completely engulfing him, even all the way down to the jaw here and the chin. There you go. So there's Eddie Brock's face. Here's Venom's face, completely getting overshadowed, overpowered by the Venom symbiote. There you go. And you guys, what you can do is you can create like a shine. If you guys want to create like this shine on Venom's eyes, and it's essentially, let me just use this as a, if you were to draw a balloon, there's like this effect or a bubble, right? There's this effect right here, and essentially that's what you're trying to do right here. And it's like these rectangles. I've sort of made it more this way. That's my computer making a sound. Okay, so they're a little bit sharper, but there's a little sheen on Venom's eyes there. Okay, and then here there's some movement of the symbiote right here as well, but for the most part, just to keep it nice and clean, keep the lines nice and straight, I'm going to minimize the amount of texture on Venom's costume, although there is a lot. Okay, so that's good, you guys. Let's continue, and I'm going to start right here, right now. I'm first going to draw kind of where I want the gums to be. So here are the Venom gums. One up there, and then over here, there's this really cool thing that's happening here where the teeth are sort of pointing not up and down, but they're pointing sideways and towards the camera like this. So we're gonna have to do that effect in just a bit, but first let's draw the teeth that are on this side right here. Here are the gums on this side. Just gonna draw them like this. Okay, now let's draw the individual teeth, and if you guys followed my T-Rex, my Indoraptor tutorials, then you're already familiar with the effect, but it's essentially like this. Okay, it comes to the gums like that, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to draw these in different sizes, different angles like this, overlapping each other like this, and different lengths as well. Okay, so they overlap like this as well. Okay, some of them are not overlapping, some of them do. Some of them are fatter, some of them are thicker. So kind of use your judgment to start from this side and work your way towards the side here. Okay, I'm going to start off with one tooth like this, and then just beside it, a slightly longer, straighter one, and then a fatter one beside it. You guys notice that they're not all curving like this. Some of them curve this way, some curve straight down. Okay, and this one I'm going to make a thinner, longer one next to it that's overlapping. And then here I'm going to draw one that's a little lower. And this one a little higher. Okay, and now for these ones, I would like these teeth, a few of them, to sort of overlap and go over the bottom gums. Okay, again, it's always good to have sharp pencil for this this step here. So let me take a tiny one of these. There you go. Right here. And at this point, you guys can't really see the individual teeth. You just draw the side like that. Okay, so there's that, you guys. The bottom part is going to be slightly different. They're going to be pointing more towards the camera. So I'm going to start, actually I'm going to start by drawing the lip. So I'm going to draw this as 2 lines right here, okay? And here are the gums. I'm going to start with this one right here. These ones are going to be fatter than the top lips. And they're more scattered, as in there's some like this, and there's some like this. So it's a little bit more all over the place. Okay, and then these go underneath the top set of teeth as well. So just be very meticulous with these teeth here. I'm going to draw another one right here. So it's not necessarily one straight set, but there's teeth in front of teeth. And I'm going to draw another one right here. Okay, there you go. Once you're satisfied with the amount, what we're going to do is we're going to shape this. We're going to bring the mouth kind of down and kind of, I don't know how to put it, but it's shaping, it's moving around. So this one kind of goes down like this. Okay, so bring this way and bring this towards this lip right here. So imagine like it's 2 layers, just like that for now. Of course, I'm going to, this is a little too smooth for me, so I'm going to shape it a little bit later on. Okay, so here we have the gums, right? Follow the gums along. The gums kind of go this down about this far, and it sort of runs along the side here, like that. So all of this is going to be like dark colored. Okay, here we got like the gums, which is pink. And then now let's draw some teeth. I'm going to start with this one right here. This one's a prominent one that sort of goes from here towards the neck like this, like a chili pepper. Okay, and then here we've got, and with this one, they look more like talons. So here's, I like to draw it on this side. Here's our tooth, and then you kind of have to show a little bit of the roots kind of sticking out like this, a little bit more. And then one over here kind of going along the side. You guys can kind of see the base of it. There you go. It's starting to look scary. So here we're going to create like a tooth here. Okay, that's a short one, and then one in front of it. Kind of right here, pointing this way more, curving. Okay, and then right behind these two is like this one long one like this. So again, the base of those teeth are like these shapes here. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm going to have one come out like this, one pointing this way. Just be very random with the set of teeth. Okay, right here I'm going to have it, let me change this, slightly pointing shorter. I'm going to have this one pointing towards us like this more, and this one just pointing straight at us. And if it's pointing straight at us, it's essentially a circle. And right here goes like this. Second one there, and another one right here. After that, we're good to go, essentially. So you guys can kind of see. And if I erase some of the lines, you can see where it's starting to, it's got like this weird thing where the teeth are sort of like aligning each other like into, to make that the jaw. Okay, so now let's focus on the lip on the outside here. And like I said, it's a little too smooth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that it's also got like these tendrils and like gooiness forming. Okay, there you go. And this is all on the outside. Again, try not to create smooth lines there. Give it a bit of texture. Okay, so now there's the lip, and then there's the second line right here. Do the same thing, just give it some texture and not so smooth. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to draw just these wrinkly lines as if the symbiote is molding and melding. Okay, right here, I'm just going to draw a line going in like that. And there you are. Okay, and then just adding some extra details to this, which you guys don't have to do. Just trying to create like these layers of lines as if the symbiote is moving, right? And right here under the eye as well. There you go, starting to look super creepy. Okay, there. And for the most part, that is all I really want to do with the head. Let's just add some texture to the body. And the body itself is its own thing. It's got a lot of details to it that I won't touch up on really. So if I were to zoom out a little bit, or maybe move up. There we go. These, I'm going to draw them kind of smooth, like that, and like this. I'm going to erase these lines here so that all we're left with is just the shoulder part, right? Okay, and then now what we're going to do is draw like these veins, and these veins, I'm going to start with this one right here. They zigzag, and they're like the white part of the costume. Of course, this Venom is not going to have the classic Spider-Man logo. Instead, it's going to have like these veins running across it like this. Okay, so they do kind of look like roots, also look like worms that are embedded inside the skin, and it's like wet and greasy. So there's that right there. I'm going to start with one, make it branch off into tiny little parts. Okay, I'm going to draw another one going up this way. Okay, so it branches off into tiny parts and then branches off into even smaller parts like that. Okay, so I'm going to keep going, you guys. For you, this is like a matter of preference or taste. Like, you can add more detail, add more of this if you want to, add less if it's not your thing and you want to just keep this drawing simple. There. Okay, so that's all. There'll be more over here, of course, kind of going up and down the body. This is a great way. You'll see this pattern, by the way, in nature a lot. You'll see it in like lightning, in brain synapses, you know, like rivers go like this, trees do that, roots again. Okay, I'm gonna draw this big muscle group for the neck right here and here. Okay, so for these ones, they zigzag. Make it very random. Don't make things look symmetrical, right? Because organically, things don't usually look symmetrical. They look slightly different. So for this one, I'm going to have a big one kind of going over like this. Here you go. So just creating those details. And once you have all of those done, if you guys are satisfied with it, of course you can keep going, right? If you're finished, you guys, that is it for our Venom drawing, or our Venom transformation is what this is called. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys are very successful in your drawings. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to the Venom movie. Thanks you guys for watching, and take care. And that is all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the very end of this video. I hope your drawings turned out great. If they did, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community, post your artwork there for people to enjoy, or post it on Instagram and tag me at Draw2 so that I can see your artwork. If you are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a list of that in the description of this video, so make sure to check that out there. I have a list of pencils that I use, camera equipment, erasers, colors, and all that stuff. So definitely check it out if you are interested. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you, number one, like this video, comment it down below, share this with your friends in social media, and of course, subscribe. All of that in the description of this video. Make sure to check that out. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, Google+, and most importantly on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of this tutorial right here. Links again in the description, so always make sure to read that description, you guys. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch you in the next one, and till then, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. Take care.